Welcome into the Rooted Phoenix. I am Estrella Phoenix, and on this channel, we use our spiritual tools to help heal, transform, and to guide us to our abundant path. Thank you so much for being here with me. Today's reading is going to be about what unspoken truth do we need to hear today from our spirit guides. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and light some Palo Santo incense right here. All right. And I'm just going to run these cards through this smoke, just through the smoke really quickly. That's the tarot. And I'm going to be using my Spirit Messages Oracle deck today to get our message from Spirit. All right. So we ask the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, our spirit guides, our ancestors, our higher self, to come through today with a clear and accurate message. For anybody that clicks on this video, let them get a clear and accurate message about what is unspoken truth that their spirit guides want them to know. Okay. All right, we got one that popped out. We asking for clear and accurate messages from our spirit team for the people that are looking at this video right now or going to look at it. Okay, we got 3. That's what I was hoping for. I'm gonna pull this down some more. Okay, so we got 3. All right, the first one says, keep moving forward even if you are unsure of your next step or where it may take you. Trust that you are walking the path you are meant to walk. Remember, we are walking it with you. Trust yourself more. Okay. And then the next one says, when there are questions you need assistance with, go inward. Sit with yourself. Meditate the question. Ask for our help also. Then trust your intuition, as most often the answer and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. We are with you always. Okay. And then the third one says, make today your new beginning. Try to leave any past mistakes in the past. Don't allow them to weigh you down any longer. Move forward today with the confidence in knowing that you have better and brighter days ahead. So some really, really beautiful messages today from your spirit guides. So the theme of these 3 cards, these 3 angel cards, spirit guide cards, the theme is moving forward. The first line on this one says, keep moving forward. The second one says that when there are questions you need assistance with, go inward. Go inward. There's another moving word, go. And then the last one says, make today your new beginning. Try to leave any past mistakes in the past. So these cards is telling us that we need to move forward. Whatever it is that is blocking us from moving forward, this is the unspoken truth. We need to continue to move forward. I feel like somebody that is going to watch this reading has been stuck for a while or been feeling like they were stuck. It seems like things that used to come to you easily, you feeling like you're struggling right now. It's almost like with authors, people that write, where they say they have writer's block. I feel like that's what you're going through. I'm not saying that you are a writer. You could be a writer, but I feel like you're going through a block similar to what writers experience at times. So this card is really telling you, these cards are really telling you to keep moving forward, even if you're unsure of the next step or where it may take you, because your spirit guides really and truly wants us to trust in our intuition. And one of these cards say that, this one right here in the middle, when there are questions you need assistance with, go within, sit with yourself, meditate on the question, ask for our help. So your spirit guides want to help you. Your spirit guides always want to be of assistance. But do we ask all the time? Do we always listen to our intuition? Do we always listen to our intuition? Do we listen to the small, still voice that is telling us to do this or not do that? Because I feel like when it says, trust that you're walking the path you are meant to walk, and remember, we are walking it with you. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust yourself. Sit with yourself, meditate, as it says in the second card, then trust your intuition, as most often the answer and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. Trust is another word, movement, forward movement, go, leave. That was what first unspoken truth. The next unspoken truth is to trust yourself more. Trust, trust your intuition. Trust. Move forward today with confidence, knowing that you have better and brighter days ahead. So any of the things that you have experienced in the past that was not favorable to you or to anybody that may have been involved with that experience, you got to know that you got to move forward. And whatever it was, I feel like you did not go with your first gut, and now you don't trust yourself. You don't trust your intuition. You feel like you can't separate the two voices in your head. You can't separate what's internal versus what's external, and also the difference in what you're hearing and what is your own thoughts. Like you struggle with that. I feel like you struggle with that a lot, not knowing how to separate those two voices. Your inner voice, your higher self, your spirit guides, they sound different than you. They are there to protect you. Now, one thing that your spirit guides will not do, your spirit guides, first of all, they will protect you, but they will not keep you from moving forward. Your voice will keep you from moving forward. So for instance, your spirit guides wouldn't tell you not to write a book that's been on your heart. And it's been on your heart because your spirit guide sees something that you don't see ahead. And that book could be very successful for you. But your voice could say, you don't know how to write. Since when have you became a good writer that you can write a book? Nobody wants to read your book. If you write a book today, nobody's going to see it. And then that'll keep you from writing it because you'll listen to that voice. And that's your voice that is trying to protect you in a way where you don't want to be hurt per se if the whatever it is that you're trying to create doesn't work. It's like your mind trying to protect you because you automatically are not in the right headspace for it. So you're already feeling apprehensive about whatever it is that you're trying to create, whether that's writing or whatever. And so your spirit guides are there to actually nudge you on because they can see the end goal and we can't. So they're trying to give you the nudging. And I feel like in the past, you may have not listened to the right nudging. And that's why it's telling you, make today your new beginning. Try to leave any past mistakes in the past. So that's why I'm talking about another unspoken truth is you need to trust yourself. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust your spirit guides and your intuition more. And you need to learn to not get stuck in your head when things are seemingly not moving forward. The only way they're not moving forward is if you're stuck in that past. So if you're stuck in that experience, if you're stuck in that experience where it can't move forward, then that's when you're stuck. But if you're constantly trying to move on to the next thing, little bit by little bit, not forcing it, but going a little bit and a little bit. So today you might not write a whole 500 words, but you may write one sentence. If you can write one sentence today, then guess what? You can write one sentence tomorrow. You can write one sentence the next day. And then maybe the next day you might feel like writing 2 sentences. And then maybe the next day after that, you might feel like writing 3 sentences until you get a full paragraph, until you get a full page, until then it's a full chapter. You get what I'm saying? Where you're going from one step to the next step, but at the end of the day, it may not seem like a lot, but it's the small wins that add up over time. I feel like somebody need to hear that. It's the small wins that add up over time. So it's just like somebody that's building their body. You're not going to come out of the gym all beefed up the first day. Every day that you go and you do the repetition, you're building the muscle. So every time that you go with your intuition and you listen to your intuition, you're building that muscle. You're building that muscle. You are listening to that voice. And then once you start listening to that voice, the inner voice, then you will be able to separate your voice that is meant to protect you. But sometimes what we perceive as a lion is really just our fear of doing whatever it is that we need to do. And 11:11 just popped up on the clock. So a lot of times that's what it is. Our mind is made to make sure that we're not ate by a bear, what they call it, the fight or flight, response. And so when we are fearful of just, like I said, I'm just using the writing as an example. So if we are fearful of the page, or we're fearful of putting out our creative work, then our body's response is going to be just like if there's a lion after us, because we're exhibiting that amount of fear from putting our work out there, from people maybe criticizing us, or from people might not even want to hear what we have to say. Same thing with me starting this channel. I have tried to start a spiritual channel 4 or 5 times since 2019. And every time I lacked that confidence because I was worried that people were gonna not listen to me or think I was a fraud, or all the different things that our mind will tell us to protect us. But one thing is also for sure, if you don't have the capacity to do a thing, it will not come into your existence. You do not have the capacity to do a thing, it will not come into your existence. Case in point. So the Most High has never told me to be a cop. The Most High has never told me to be a firefighter. The Most High has never told me to be a nurse or anything in that particular, saving of lives type of thing, in that type of capacity. Because first of all, I'm not running around nowhere as a cop or worried about if I would make it home. So, bless the ones that do. Firefighters, I'm not running into no burning building. I'm not. I don't think I have the courage to run into a burning building to save people, but thank God for the ones that do. The people that are saving lives in ERs, doctors, nurses, and stuff like that have to see the trauma all the time. I'm not built for that. And I know that for sure on that aspect, because I work in in an emergency room checking patients in as a patient access person, and I did that all the 9 months, and then I ran back to banking, where I've got my degree and stuff. And I thought I was done with it, but I ran back. So the grass is not always greener on the other side type of thing. But I feel like our minds a lot of times protect us to a fault, because what we fear or what we perceive as fear is just a nudging of us moving forward and doing whatever that thing is that's always on your mind. Like if you got a book that's always on your mind, you got a song that's always on your mind. Like me, I've always had a spiritual channel on my mind, doing my readings and stuff like that. So those are your nudgings from the universe saying, okay, you need to get started. And you need to drown out the noise. So whatever past mistakes that you've made that has gotten you frozen in time, that is keeping you from moving forward, your spirit guides are saying that you need to trust yourself more. It's right here in the first one. It says, trust yourself more. You need to trust yourself more. And it says right here, moving forward with confidence. Right here. Move forward today with the confidence and knowing that you have better and brighter days ahead. So right in there. And then right here in the middle, then trust your intuition, as most often the answer and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. So you are being told to trust, and you're also being told to move forward. So let's go ahead and let's see what the tarot has to say for our confirmation. So we're asking our spirit guides, our higher selves, our angels, and our ancestors to give us a clear and accurate message for the people that will click on this reading. All right, there we go. First card that's hopped out is the Devil card. So again, we already know that you have been doubting yourself. You have been feeling like, you just haven't been in the best place. We got the 4 swords that's coming out as well. You just haven't been in the best place. And with the devil card, it's like the limitations are imposed, because in this thing right here in it, the chains are loose. The chains are loose. They can unchain themselves at any time. So I feel like you're being chained by your thoughts in your mind, and it's causing you to, again, not move forward, to stay in your head more and not listening to your intuition, not listening to your spirit guides that are here to protect you. And so that is causing you to have pain. So in the third position, we got the Knight of Wands. So with the Four of Wands, it's telling you that you need to move forward, but you do need rest from what's been going on in your mind. I feel like you have really been like a hamster on a hamster wheel and have not, you're moving, but you're not moving anywhere. A hamster wheel goes like this. So yeah, they're moving, but they're not going anywhere. And I feel like that's what you've been on. I feel like with this devil card that you've been on a hamster wheel of sort, that you're wanting to move in your heart and in your gut, your intuition, but your mind is keeping you stuck in this cycle, hence the hamster wheel. So it's like these repetitive thoughts. And Spirit is saying that you just need to calm the noise. Calm the noise. I really do feel where it says sit with yourself, meditate on the question, the things that are going through your mind. You need to either keep a journal and write those things down, or you really do need to keep that question in your mind and meditate and pray to your higher self. You really need to do that. You really need a break from your mind, I feel like. And you got to learn to trust in yourself. So sometimes just taking that self-care, I feel like you need some self-care right now. So just taking that self-care time, and I feel like you're going to rejuvenate from that. And like it says on this last position, it says, make today your new beginning. So I feel like after this is really going into the progressive way, where we're at the devil card first, telling you to keep moving forward. Don't allow these self-imposed limitations keep you chained and bound to not being able to move forward, but also taking the rest that you need to meditate. See right here, it tells you in this card that you need to meditate on the question. And so I'm thinking that's where this 4 of swords is coming in, like agreeing that you need to meditate, you need to go within so you can trust your intuition more. You need to sit with yourself. That way you can distinguish the voice that is there to protect us, like from a lion eating us, and knowing your inner voice that is trying to guide you in the right path for your success. So this is the unspoken truth. So then when we get to the Knight of Wands, you got this energy now. You got this energy, and that's great, because it's right here where it's telling you to start a new beginning, right? So you literally, the cards are moving in that direction, from oppression to relaxation, to going into self, to introspection, to really taking care of yourself, meditating, to having that energy, having that courage, having that go. You see, they're going, they're on a scooter, but they're moving again, moving forward. Let's go. This is that fire energy. We're talking about fire energy with the wands. So you could be a Leo, you could be a Sagittarius, you could be an Aries. Very well possible. But I just want you to know that you just want to keep moving. Today is Wednesday. And so this is considered Mercury Day, where it's in the house of our communications, the way that we communicate with the world and how we present to the world in those type of ways. So I feel like Spirit is asking you today to really go within, and just start trusting yourself more. I really do. So what's on the bottom of the deck? We got the 4 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So you got to learn to trust yourself more. You got to learn to get out of your insecurity. Again, it's self-imposed limitations. And so with the 4 of Pentacles, they're always holding on, and like for dear life. That's what I say. They always hold it on for dear life. So I really do feel like you you need to relax. You need to relax, and not to the point where you are stagnant because now you over relax. There's balance in everything, there's duality in everything, and so you just got to know that balance. And I feel like right now you lack the balance as well. You lack that balance, so you need to trust yourself and always keep moving forward. Okay, that's what I got from this reading today. So if this resonated with you, please, please, please leave me a comment, like this video, and if you felt compelled or if you feel like I connect with you spiritually, please consider subscribing to the channel. Amen. Ashe, and so it is.